Hey, that's something that we've talked a lot about. Xiaohu's strengths, controlling the mid lane, impacting the side lanes. He's going to reply with the rise.
When Caps hits level 6, when Soaz has teleport, since Broxa has ward control, they can maybe make something happen bottom.
He needs to go instantly. He's on a ward right now.
A little early.
No delay just yet. Brox has still got flash available if he decides to. How
Ming
catches out Ming. He's already flashed. There's the body slam. Ricochet continues to fire down in the boomerang blade. First blood to Reckless.
Yes, the guy is flashless, but it is a Trundle who can ultimate. They're going for it anyway.
Okay, Subjugate and the heal's going to be available for Soaz. Starts to channel it now. The heal's coming in. Soaz down to 300.
Already got him.
There's the stun. MLXG gets the last hit.
Nice return gank here, but meanwhile in the bottom lane, there's no flash for Ming. He's under his own turret, placing that control ward. Caps is here, Broxa is here as well.
All right, Ming has to be the target.
No
No wish
jump either.
available, no flash available. Locked between a turret and a hard place. Weaver's wall hasn't been cancelled yet by Caps as Uzi continues to hammer down. Reckless gets his second kill of the fight, and that's a knock-up onto Broxa. Let me completed the teleport. Uzi's looking for at least some sort of reply, but cannot find it.
Even though the perception is that they hard camp bottom lane, oftentimes Uzi's getting fed through team fights. Now they're attacking mid.
All right, there's a little bit of a skirmish here. Glacial Prison's available for MLXG. Rune Prison comes down from Xiaohu. Manages to forward step that seismic
Have the TP advantage.
coming down from Soaz. Remember, Let Me cannot join this fight. The Glacial Prison is already thrown down. Flash from Xiaohu has been used. MLXG does not have one, but there's no follow-up from FNATIC. But Xiaohu's summoner spell's used.
Let me is just sitting with a ton of armor. Let's see what happens bot lane.
Oh, Reckless with a cheeky recall. Spell Shield has already been used. Glacial Prison's available. Ground Warp's coming down. Jesus tries to reset the fight with Monsoon. Flashes blown. Reckless and Jesus get away.
You know what I hate? When people randomly recall out in the middle of the map. I'm like, come on, just step a little bit further away. You don't have to recall right there. Play it safe. It just cost him both summoners, from him and his support.
The risk that they're running if they take more time to recall, however, though, is knowing that Ming just went back for the Ardent sensors, that the turret will go down and they want it to be back for the defense. So it cost them right there with the summer spells, and now they're going for Uzi.
All right, there's a flash and a rocket jump available. Uzi's not going to be able to do a thing. He just gets Goomba stomped by Caps and Broxa.
I mean, who needs a bot lane? It's just Broxa and Caps alone here going down to kill the AD carry. Uzi not able to use his summoners to stay alive, and suddenly it's another kill over for FNATIC.
Yeah, and this game, it's been FNATIC playing around bottom side, not RNG playing around bottom side. RNG is split towards top side. Now they're trying to transition bottom. Broxa going in, MLXG and Xiaohu right there.
All right, Xiaohu sidesteps the body slam. That keeps him alive long enough to run away.
No one is actually bot lane. They're looking for a fight here.
All right, Soaz is the one that's been caught a little bit. Subjugate will buy some time. Now Reckless zones away Uzi as Soaz buys so much time with that Subjugate. FNATIC have decided to come in. Broxa sends out the barrel. MNG forced to use the flash. Now Reckless continues to chunk down. The Pillar of Ice holds Demolition in place. FNATIC with 5-man stack. Take down RNG's jungler.
Uzi here to already disengage, but once he doesn't flash, they go for him. Now Let Me has arrived.
All right, Reckless just gets nommed down by Let Me. Didn't even need that teleport. Soaz, however, did. He's teleported in. Caps, no flash. And all of a sudden, RNG are peeling back towards the river, peeling back towards Baron. Feral Scream silences up Soaz. Will delay the start of Subjugate. Not long enough, though. The heal, the armor, the MR keeps Soaz alive. Not much longer. Glacial Prison pops him down. Uzi gets that fight. RNG find the fight they needed.
FNATIC had absolutely no vision on the bottom side, so Let Me, after pushing his lane, just snuck his way towards mid lane and surprised Reckless here. The silence prevented the flash.
And the question is, what do you do after getting a pick? FNATIC recalled, RNG goes straight to Baron. Broxa has a chance to steal it, they go for it.
It's got flash available as well as smite. The Gymnasium is on their feet, 1,000 HP. Broxa gets knocked away. Caps gets at least
really
one kill on
low.
the way out. Baron secured. Flash out
Uzi.
from Jesus. Uzi's going low. The Baron's he gets one. Manages to rocket jump away. MLXG's trying to channel. Flash forward from Broxa. Gets the Baron. She's not done. But here comes Reckless. Flashes over the wall. Trying to chase down Levy. Xiaohu's running for his life. He took down Caps on the back end. All of a sudden, it's a 2-on-1.
They're in a turn.
Catches Reckless. And RNG killed FNATIC.
But what RNG has been able to do is just continually win those team fights, and Xiaohu barely makes it out. Their team fight KDA is higher than anyone else at the World Championship. That was another fight that felt very arbitrary, very much like a 50-50, but they outplayed FNATIC in the moment, just like they've been doing all World.
As you mentioned, it's timing, it's placement, and it's whether or not the team plays well.
I got him.
Xiaohu! He will not use the Realm Warp to escape. It's a 50-second death timer, but it might just be a stall tactic. All right, let me. Gonna get some support here from MLXG. Comes in with the Righteous Glory. Redemption's already thrown down. Caps uses the flash. That might be important for the upcoming Baron siege. Uzi as well as Ming coming in from the side lane. MLXG now flashes defensively. So does Let Me. Rupture comes up. Wish is now blown. RNG continue to run away. Glacial Prism buys some time. Reckless trying to rejoin the fight. He's come from the bottom lane, but RNG, they managed to escape.
If your team can't do that because there's a Trundle just healing everything, you gotta find the carries.
All right, gonna look for the carries now. Root down onto Soaz. He's silenced. He can't even get the Subjugate down. Here comes Lefty. The Righteous is gonna catch Broxer. And Monsoon's buying some time. The heals are huge, but Caps gets chunked down. RNG with less flashes, with less ultimates, they get the kill.
And just as we talk about RNG finding the carries because it's so hard to kill the tanks, they actually get the engage here onto Caps. Talia being down is so huge.
Broxer trying to threaten some sort of engage, but look at the inhibitor turrets. They are being chipped away and chunked down. RNG, the ebb and the flow moving forward, back away. Rune Prison buys some time. Let Me is getting chunked down, but he's still got 1200 HP. He's used everything. Let Me gets killed by Caps. FNATIC have bought some time against the Baron. Empowered will never give up. Caps jumps up a little bit early. He gets dropped, chunked, and killed by RNG. Soaz continues to chase forward, but he's got no support. He's got no damage to back him up, and the Weaver's Wall, I think, even locked FNATIC out of the chase.
And Caps trying to make a huge play to cut him off in the jungle, goes face first into an 80 carry, and the advantage they thought they had by picking Let Me is gone. Turret still goes down for RNG, and they end up trading kills in the fight.
We've seen this quite a lot today here. FNATIC gets one kill, and then RNG gets a kill in return, or the other way around. Both teams are still trading a lot in these big team fights here, but Uzi, he wants that tower.
And the difference has always been what happens after the fight. RNG getting objective after objective. In the 1-for-1, they get 2 turrets and inhibitor.
Teleport's available for Soaz, but he's left the base trying to defend. Dilla comes down, insta-rocket jump from Uzi. And at the end of the second minute of Baron,
going straight for Elder.
RNG, they grab themselves the inhibitor. They start off the Elder. RNG, 4-man stack down bottom. Xiaohu with his Hourglass and Realm Warp. He takes down the inhibitor uncontested. Now he's got the ability to escape. The Rise combo that has been popularized here at Worlds started to steamroll to 10,000 gold lead. Silence comes down onto Caps. He can't get any of those volleys threaded through the RNG lineup. Xiaohu, there's the combo. Round warp into Hourglass. It just buys time. That's all FNATIC had. Caps almost gets insta-give, and he does. Flash forward feast from Let Me. Now it's a 5v4, and RNG chase all the way in. Good damage onto MLXG. Not going to be enough to stop him, though. Reckless continues to try to put the ricochet across, and Guangzhou, China erupts in RNG chance. The third inhibitor falls, and RNG might be setting sights on the Nexus.
Again, they're in full control. They're just waiting for some super minions coming into the base here. Caps step for another 30 seconds. Uzi with the damage on Tristana to take down these turrets very quickly.
And no Caps in this fight, still down for 26 seconds. Unless RNG fully dies, they're gonna win the game.
Oh, they are indeed. Broxer, the Buster shot ends up saving his life. Jez is forced to flash defensively. Soaz puts down the Pillar of Ice. MLXG is getting chunked up by Reckless, but 2 shots from Uzi. Drops 50% of his HP. The Nexus turret is going low, and RNG cannot get through the wave clear.
FNATIC has tremendous wave clear. It's really going to be put to the test here, though. 2 waves of super minions and the team positioning in the mid lane. That's a double stack on the bottom side. They're going for the initiation right now.
All right, let's see if any kills can come down. Let Me, the Wish will buy some time. Monsoon gets a full channel from Jez's. He throws down the feast onto Broxer. Xiaohu's been able to re-engage. Broxer looks for the body slammer to Let Me, but here comes
so much healing.
The seismic shove out from Let Me. All these supports, all these heals, all the help for days. The inhibitor is the focus as Uzi turns his attention to the structure, and RNG once again get the inhib.
So Arca here making sure that the Cho'Gath just cannot die in these fights, and suddenly it's RNG turning it around.
Actually a raid boss, now back at full health because you didn't complete that part to finish him
And
off.
there's a healer healing the boss.
Again.
Oh, how do FNATIC stop this? Howling Gale buys just a few seconds. Baron, empowered minions, comes down. The Nexus turret is caught. Uzi forced to flash, manages to escape with his life. Barrier still available. 1 Nexus turret remaining. Sejuani engages but doesn't find the CC yet. Jesus is slow. Reckless, spamming the minion waves. He's trying to clear it out. The Nexus turret is the focus but still survives. 200 hit points.
RNG just needs to hit the tower, kill the tower here, so the Nexus is open, but they're so afraid of FNATIC.
Yeah, track the flashes. Almost all of them are down right now. It means the next time if Uzi does get hit by a seismic shove, QSS flash is not available, but they're just waiting on the minions. The inhibitor's back up. They will have 3 waves shortly. The double ocean drakes as well doing work.
Got the minions now. We have Uzi moving down as well. Let me towards the turret. Uzi needs a few hits on it. There's one.
Not gonna get it just yet. The tower still stands. The minion wave is being cleared out. It's a last hit there from Xiaohu. The Nexus is the focus. On the hunt is used by FNATIC. Can they defend the base? Can they do it again? They're trying to push. Royal, never give up away. Here comes the Baron Empire minions. Broxah is stunned up. MLXG's going low, but Lefty's looking for a target. Monsoon resets the fight. Everybody's healed up. Broxah is pushed away with the Buster shot. Where is Reckless? He can't get the damage down yet.
They're on the Nexus.
Going out. Spellchill buy some time. RNG looking for the kills. Turn the attention to the Nexus. They're looking to kill the Nexus. And Royal never give up. Win game 1.
Xiaohu looking to have quite some pressure in mid lane, especially if it is a jungle Jarvan. That is a strong 2v2.
Going for that gank in the bottom lane. 5 minutes. Last time round it worked in favor. The flash Zephyr from Jezus. Here's the Arctic Assault comes down from Ming. Gonna interrupt Uzi on the way up. And first blood picked up by Reckless. They just run RNG down. There we go. Tower first blood secured. We've seen so many games and so many teams taking charge after taking the tower. Cataclysm comes down. Reckless gets a good condemn onto Uzi to buy some time. Silence locks Jezus into the pit, and that means he gets taken down. RNG with first tower and their first kill of the game.
And FNATIC should be calling. There's a lane top source. Run away.
Well, we'll find out if he can. Bramble Smash comes down. It's a 3-on-1.
Flash.
A little bit low. Cataclysm already comes down.
Here's
Good
Xiaohu.
capture by some time. Xiaohu, let's look for the scatter of the week. Then we'll look for that stun. Soaz continues to buy some time. Gets a silence. Won't be enough. And Xiaohu takes 2 turret shots and escapes with his life.
But again, because RNG went bot lane first, killed the wave, and then recalled again, they actually allowed FNATIC to reach the turret first. So they're trying to now see if they can race against RNG. Caps here to try and delay the push.
All right, gets some damage down onto Ming. That threaded volley chunks him low, but Wish and Summoning Heal still available. Caps fancies his chances here, clearing out the way. He's gonna sidestep, got Heal and Flash available, buying some time. Uzi with the barrier survives.
Oh, it's alive!
Ming is the target. Caps is trying to get one back. Ming survives just a few seconds longer. He's escaped. MLXG now. Look at down. Caps in a 1v3 manages to survive. Seismic shove gets away from his Uzi. Manages to get to the plant. While this is going on, Reckless and Jezus, they're hammering away on the inner turret, and the top turret survives. FNATIC surviving by the skin of their teeth. And let's see whether or not they can do it again, Deficio, because MLXG is looking for a dive. He's going to complete the teleports here. Very good interrupt. MLXG actually channeled, though.
Still got
Comes out from Reckless. Jez is forced to flash out of the Cataclysm. Yeah,
Oh, he's turning it.
Reckless trying to get one back. The seismic shove. That's another for FNATIC. Now the runaway as Caps gets pushed by Scats of the Week. The tower falls, though. It's a kill for tower.
Get a fighting here.
Soaz has no TP. He's slowly walking up from the bottom lane.
Very, very slowly. Weaver's Wall will cut off Xiaohu and Let Me. Nature's Grasp gonna fly all the way along. That does get a double root. Equinox will hold Caps in place for just a moment or two longer. By the way, Rift Herald is just about to get killed, secured by RNG. They're going to pick up the buff, and they're
not gonna get it.
Some of these flashes to get away. And they manage to make it over the wall. Chase comes down. Let Me forced to flash away from the rupture. Did they manage to pick up the buff? I don't think they
No.
did. There it is right in front of me.
Oh, MLXG, he wants it. He's still around.
Capture the flag. Can they defend the buff right now?
Oh, he wants to get in there.
He's got flash. Come on, flag and drag in, pick it up, and flash out.
Wants it.
That would be pretty
Oh,
spicy.
he can go right now.
There we go. He's going to get it.
Ah, you forgot the flags, FNATIC.
All right, there we go. Exactly as predicted. Flag and drag. Is it worth a flash? I guess we'll find out. All right, remember this tower got chunked down so low earlier.
versus
Iron
20.
Fist will buy some time.
On Ming.
Now Ming is the target who is flashless. Broxah with all the pressure on him finds the target. The tower still stands.
Run, Uzi.
Soaz teleports in behind. I didn't even see that happen. Uzi and Ming are down, and FNATIC are sieging mid.
So when everything is thrown into Reckless, Caps can still do work as well, which puts FNATIC in an enviable position.
Right here. We actually saw another engage.
Let's see what happens. There's the flash away from Caps. MLXG is just obliterated
Yes.
because he's not tanky.
You have to remember, it is a very squishy Jarvan jumping in here.
Do they Baron?
They have Cho'Gath. There's no feast just yet from him.
I think it is absolutely worth posturing around the area. They need to get control, and then Broxah has flash and ultimate. They're going for Xiaohu.
Xiaohu forced to flash, but he's out of position. Remember, he's got no unleashed power. Seismic Shove is stepped away from, and a Glacial Prism will buy some time, as will the Wish. Xiaohu cannot run away, and he pushed far too forward, far too quickly. Reckless try to deal with some of that CC. Remember the Silver Bolt Rage Blade combination. It's going to be melting through Baron, especially with Feast and Smite.
And if they fight, he's going to be max stacks on Rage Blade as well.
All right, so max stacked out. If RNG decides to engage, Equinox will buy some time. Easily secured with the Feast. The Weaver's Wall closes RNG out, and Guangzhou is silent as RNG are falling further behind.
And MLXG can't be the initiation for RNG right now. He fell too far behind in this game. They go for Uzi.
Wow, he's being chunked down and not burst just yet. Manages to rocket jump to safety and has used a flash, but that means he's not yet to defend.
Yeah, they have Reckless pushing that bottom side, and there's just not enough damage to push him off the turret.
There's not. Howling Gale pops the Banshee's Veil for Xiaohu, but there's no follow-up from FNATIC. Crowd can feel it. The RNG chance erupt. MLXG, by the way, has got himself a BF sword, some additional burst. Keep your eyes on Reckless on the flank. 5 members of RNG in the pit. Baron is stunned! MLXG takes it down, and FNATIC get no kills.
Unreal steal by MLXG. Cho'Gath Sejuani, the second game FNATIC has had with Cho'Gath where they do not secure the Baron.
Is that what Tilt is made of? We will find out.
It's the recipe for Tilt. It's just a matter of now that it's in the oven, whether or not it comes out cooked. Because this game, watch this, Deficio, you just watch this in slow motion. Double Smite, I believe, come through at 1800.
And it's at 1,000 HP, where Soaz is trying to go in with his Feast.
That was, so it was at 1800, something hit it for 700, and then MLXG smoked. Because there was no Smite from Broxa and no Feast from Soaz. Technically, the Feast could have hit from 1,000, but the frame it hit 1,000, it was dead.
They're actually going towards Soaz now. Xiaohu is here as well in the bottom lane.
All right, stun lands onto Soaz. He's still got that Gargoyle Stone Plate to tag if he needs to.
Real hard to
Gonna
kill.
throw that one out. There comes the Unleashed Power. Yet another stun. Soaz continues to run away. 1,000 HP. Flashes over to the
blast
wall.
cone.
Gets the blast cone out. Sends MLXG away. Soaz still not down. Sidestep. Scatter. The weak falls short.
Classic
Soaz escapes, and he didn't even need teleport this time round. Using Baron to force FNATIC's hand. Now FNATIC all of a sudden, they have to steal this one away.
I don't think they have time. Let me can peel with his ultimate, and they might be able to stop him from getting in the pit.
Weaver's Wall comes down. Baron already secured. That's the second of the game for RNG. Weaver's Wall has locked him out. Caps takes a big chunk from that Dark Sphere. On the back end, Brox is now looking for engage. He's going to be taking the 5 members. Can he survive? No! He gets chucked down. Now it's a 5v4 redemption. A little late to the party in FNATIC. Lose Baron, lose Broxa, and they're losing control.
Because it's all about pushing against each other, and then you wait for one small mistake and you try and get the Baron.
Now let's see where the mistake comes in. The focus seems to be Let Me. We need to follow Reckless. Still untouched. MLXG's holding on to that Cataclysm. Let Me is able to escape. MLXG forced to escape the fight. Unleashed Power, not yet used by Xiaohu. He's looking for a juicy, squishy target, and the tension continues to build.
3 shots by Reckless took MLXG to half health, but now the final hour is down on Vayne, and MLXG has been healed up by the Soraka. The supports are trading heals and trading ultimates. It's a reset of the fight, but no ultimate on Vayne this time makes FNATIC far less threatened.
And there's no Sipper for that wave clear. Baron empowered minions, making FNATIC's life difficult. FNATIC is now forced to back away. Reckless
Oh, look at the damage!
GA is going to get popped on the side of MLXG. Rupture goes down. Soaz forced to run for his life. MLXG, he's going to get taken down by Cap, who flashes over on the side lane. So far, it's 1-for-1. Uzi gets the shutdown, gets the double kill. It's now a 4-on-3 with 60-second death timers.
He's gonna push for the tower here. MLXG with the GA. The timing was just off here from Cap, so he didn't actually kill him as soon as he came back to life, and he had to flash over, allowing Uzi to jump him and get another kill.
Right, Broxa's got his ultimate available if he can somehow find a target, but redemption for Ming makes that so difficult. FNATIC lose their inhibitor.
But where's the ultimate gonna follow up on? Reckless would have to walk towards 4 people to make this fight happen. RNG's pushing for a win!
It's 30-second death timers. The Glacial Prison comes down. Uzi gets chunked. He manages to escape. Summoning heal buys some time. Broxa, Reckless, and Chances trying to do the unthinkable. Uzi has healed himself back to full life.
Xiaohu has ultimate. He's saving it for when Reckless gets in range.
10 seconds. Nexus. Enjoy. The Nexus is the target. Uzi, Ming, RNG. They haven't done it yet. FNATIC are down 0-2.
As far as actually having an answer for it, I think FNATIC has done pretty well.
Ooh, okay.
We're going to get the damage reduction if you pull off the combo. But
Is this going to be 3 for 3? Looks to be the case. Ming continues to run for his life. He's already used Flash and Heal. Teleport starting to be channeled. 3 of them in the bottom lane. Uzi's going low. FNATIC decides to peel away. Let Me arrives in the Rupture, knocks down Jesus. A hop and a skip from Soaz. The teleports were blown. And it is RNG unable to turn it around. That shield of Durand will do a lot of work in terms of setting up the CC. The flag comes down. Caps has got a Void Swarm out. Puts another
Johnny's
Malefic
here, they
Vision
might just
for
go
the
for him.
Void. Here comes Broxer. There's no prison available, but the Nether Grass is. Caps now forced to run away. It's jungle on mid. Combat, Permafrost, as well as the silence comes down. Xiaohu's shield doing so much work. Justice Punch gets flashed away from. Malefic Vision flashed from as the call of the Void.
Oh, he come back in, it's come back in.
Is it close enough? Caps is low on mana. Goes in for the call.
No,
The
the Void
Crab does not get the hit. Not gonna find the flail either. And all of a sudden, MLXG and Broxer are running away. The venue is electric, but nobody dies.
Action in the bottom lane. No flash from Jessus.
Yeah, he's got to be the target. MLXG is going to look for Reckless. Reckless got that rocket jump and dog fighting. The spicy hot pot sets up first blood for RNG.
And remember, this Jarvan is very squishy. If Caps can ult him, they will kill him.
I like this play, attacking the Galio, much like you go to a Shen lane to push out the global.
All right, Black Shield is going to keep Xiaohu from being...
Oh, the binding!
Binding connects Nethergrass onto Ming underneath the tower. Cataclysm.
Oh, no.
Broxer in. That's the second kill for RNG. The tower still stands, and FNATIC gift that one to Royal. And as we take a quick glance over to Soaz, oh, that's very aggressive. Hops
Going for a
forward.
play.
Xiaohu's got the ability to taunt and flash him. Soaz with Black Cleaver doing a lot of work. Xiaohu flashes over the wall. I think Cataclysm ended up blocking him. Ming fires the Dark Binding, not going to. I was expecting it. And Soaz picks the right route to escape. FNATIC let that happen. They allowed the Galio to go through. Let's see if they can find a way in. Right, 3v1 onto Let Me. He's still got flash available to him. Holds onto it, realizing
Nice
he's
play.
going to chase down. Jesus was chasing him with the flash and the heal. This will allow inner turret to be focused.
And FNATIC with the Tristana can take this turret probably uncontested unless MLXG wants to try and
It's the
pull off
combo.
He's going to look for Jesus. Flash and heal's not available. He's going to escape. Heroic entrance for Xiaohu. He's going to look for the taunt. Jesus continues to run. A Gnar from Soaz pushes him backwards.
Among all the other things we've been talking about is finding flashless members so you can execute them. But FNATIC doing a pretty good job attacking side lanes here.
All right, teleport's going to start being channeled. Xiaohu should be able to... No! It's interrupted with the Arctic Assault. But look at just how much time it takes to kill Xiaohu.
There's a nobody TPs away from Soaz when he's about to kill you. Meanwhile, up here.
All right, let's take a look. MLXG gets the smite down to survive. The Crabs continue to chase. Malefic Vision's not in range. Passive from Caps still available. Let Me cannot interrupt. All of the Void comes out, but he's bought enough time for MLXG to get away.
They're trying to fight around Uzi. RNG needs to fight around this incredibly strong Kog'Maw.
All right, there's the Hero's Entrance Cataclysm combo. This is exactly what RNG are amazing at. Gonna look for Broxer as well. Tries to escape, just gets out of range of that Dark Binding.
In the past, when we've seen Uzi on Kog'Maw at this group stage, he's gotten somewhat defensive. They're on to Caps. He has no summoners.
No, he does not. Taunted up by Durand. Let Me gets the final kill credit. I don't think the feast landed.
Simply not able to outplay RNG in the small fights.
boy.
And I keep losing something.
Justice Punch connects onto Reckless. He flashes, follow flash by Xiaohu. Reckless is in trouble. No summoners left and gets taken down. Jez has moved in to try use summon a heal. Not quite sure why. RNG find themselves another kill. They extend that lead even further.
They don't have Scuttle Crab control, but if they did, there's a chance that they'd even go for Baron this early on. The reason they don't is because they don't have quite the right play. Look at that halt.
Not going to work out though. Xiaohu does arrive with a Hero's Entrance. It makes
Really
it
strange.
very low. All right, Glacial Prison on cooldown. Broxer tried to use it to save Reckless a few minutes ago. And RNG, they've grouped up. They're barreling down middle lane. It's a 4 versus 4 for a while. Let Me's not there, but look at Uzi with that Black Shield. Not going to get stopped, not going to get interrupted, and should be able to pick up this tower. Another great Dark Binding. Ming is doing so much work.
At least look towards the top side, but they realize all of RNG on the way.
And Soaz, by the way, is fighting one-on-one against Let Me.
That's big.
Mega Gnar has timed out. He's on cooldown. Dark Binding comes up. Uzi's already got the Black Shield. Brox, I think, pulled the trigger far too early.
Oh,
He
he
goes
goes
around. Soaz with the help and the assist of Broxer. Now it's 5v4. Cataclysm comes down. Nethergross locks out MLXG and interrupt as the hero's entrance comes in. It's a 5v4 and FNATIC are forcing Royal's hand.
And that is the kind of plays you need here for FNATIC to get back in this game. Just some crazy outplays, take some big risk and see if they work.
They go for the base. Uzi's flashed forward. Look at the taunt coming in. That's already one for Uzi. Now FNATIC are on the retreat. It's a double kill for Uzi. He's got so much damage and so much support. Xiaohu's got a flash available to him. Could go for the taunt, and just like that, RNG turn it around.
It was so good for FNATIC until it wasn't. Soaz with an insane outplay to be able to kill Letme. And then Uzi just gets a black shield, flashes forward, and kills two people. Because he is so fed in this game. The FNATIC is having a huge...
Oh, he stole it. He's gonna go.
He's gonna go for it, but there's not enough damage yet. Needed some additional CC. RNG, they're on the Baron, guys. This is a two-man start for now. This could be risky.
Roxa's still alive, still has a steal chance, but it is technically a 5v4. Soaz can teleport in. Incredibly risky call by RNG.
Time for some revenge here. Broxer spots this ward here. Needs to get some vision in there.
Still going to be in trouble. FNATIC decided to do nothing. They do not contest, do not attempt.
They're trying to trade now for that top lane tower on Inib. We have Caps up here and Broxer as well.
They're going to try and kill him here if they can get Caps in with the ultimate.
All right, the minions have died. Void Storm coming in. As it stands, exposed inhibitor. There's a race in the middle lane. 3 members of RNG starting to push onto the inhibitor turret. Jezz and Reckless left alone. There is some support coming in, but that's a dark binding connecting onto Broxer. He takes a Justice Punch to the face. Up in the top lane, inhibitor was not secured, and FNATIC have finished their recalls.
Cho'Gath is TP ready. They're going.
Cataclysm is down. Reckless is already down. Uzi is dominating. 6-0-1. A beautiful dark binding from Ming gives Uzi yet another double kill. 7-0-1, and this sets up the inhib.
And RNG make it look so easy, but you have to ask, what was FNATIC doing there? They know they can't take the 5v5. They can't take any fight with Uzi plus X, and they did there.
RNG, they want the semi-final. They want to finish this right now. So as Nas out to the back end, Glacial Prism buys some time. Uzi continues to shoot down the Nexus turrets as Cap forced to flash away from the living artillery.
Uzi actually just died.
Uzi has been killed by the Mega Gnar on the back end. Ming and MLXG trying to run away. So as looking to catch them out with the boomerang. Gets caught by the dark binding. Black shield as well. Tries to delay anything further. But that's a kill onto Soaz and RNG. They don't get the game, but they do get the base.
You can't help but smile. Uzi there, so confident that he tanks the turret, barriers up, and then thinks he has the overshield from the black shield, but the turret doesn't do magic damage. The turret kills him, so really bad play by Uzi there to die to the turret.
Everyone knew this battle would be very tough against RNG and against Uzi specifically.
Couple of different fights going on. Cho'Gath and Jarvan are up top dealing with one Soaz, but Soaz is actually
doing it again.
All right, the target is going to be Letme. He's caught by the prison, but all of a sudden RNG have surrounded them. Reckless gets onto the board by taking down MLXG. Redemption buys a lot of time for RNG. Dark Binding delays any further engage from Soaz and FNATIC. They don't want to chase the 5v4. There's super minions on their base.
Yeah, MLXG have to learn soon. He just needs to stay with his team because he's getting singled out. But Uzi is still strong.
He really is. Got a lot of mana to keep spitting out those artillery shots over and over. Soaz trying to play the split push game. He's got himself that adaptive helm to back up the frozen mallets. And that's going to allow him just to keep trying to kite and survive. RNG gonna keep chasing him down, but Soaz is doing a lot to survive. Gets over, finds himself, Letme. Silence, not gonna find the rupture. Out the shield from Jezz.
Classic Soaz.
Soaz has trained his whole life for this moment. Consistently trying to run away from 3 and 4 people as a single person. And does again in this fight.
Like FNATIC, they've been molded in this like EU Clown Fiesta style. They can play this kind of way. They actually have good shot calling. Went behind.
Well, let's find out which Fiesta wins. MLXG and the Cataclysm down, but he's got a Guardian Angel to bring it back. Uzi is free hitting everybody on FNATIC. The rupture throws FNATIC into the air, and Royal never give up. Find 3 kills, throwing their own hands into the air, celebrating the huge team fight win. Reckless gets at least 1 back, but now Caps has to do some magic to defend.
RNG caught FNATIC in the bounce house right there with the combo from the GA Jarvan and the Galio, but you can see what led up to that. FNATIC had incredible minion wave control. Look at this. The top lane and mid lane are still pushing, and Caps are going for a kill.
All right, MLXG is going to flash away, stays alive to fight another day. Caps trying to deal with the minion wave. This will buy some time to keep that Nexus turret alive. Enough for FNATIC to respawn.
Baron was not started here. He got a mid lane tower as well, but Uzi takes the top lane tier 2 tower here.
Soaz is running this global taunt. Seems to somehow pull RNG towards him. There's the Gnaw that's going to catch down Xiaohu into the wall. Redemption will buy some time. Uzi's off in the side lane. There's no Gnaw available to get rid of him. Uzi spits out the damage, continues to chase him. Now all of a sudden, they've got to back away.
FNATIC just kiting down here away from Uzi, but he's going close now.
All right, Uzi's trying to run down 1v4. There's nothing that it can do. The Black Shield is now popped. Caps, no flash, no Nethergrass. He cannot get one in return.
We have to remember there's double TP on RNG. Xiao can go back to base, still TP, and also has the ulti, but this Baron is getting rushed down.
All right, let's see, will it happen again? That's a stun onto MLXG. Baron secured by FNATIC, but at what cost? Teleport comes down for Xiaohu, continues to chase forward, looking for a Justice Punch. Soaz running away from the side.
Beautiful.
Good buster shot from Reckless. He'll find himself a plant to escape even further. Heroic entrance comes down as MLXG's already used the Cataclysm. Dark binding onto Soaz on the back end. Reckless and Caps chase him. Don't let me. There's no mana left for Caps. I take that back. The kill helps him out. It's a 1-for-1. Top lane is down. That E gonna do so much work onto the tower. Rupture interrupts the Nethergrass. As Letme was able to save his mid lane, Soaz gets run down. He's forced to flash over the wall. Uzi continues to chase with the ultimate. Doesn't use any further summoner spells, but that is important in order for RNG to defend.
Oh, MLXG is going in.
All right, Cataclysm comes down. Heroic entrance as well. Jez is left for dead inside the Cataclysm. Buys some time. Uzi's on a rampage. That's his 11th kill of the game. Flash forward for Xiaohu. Reckless though, trying to do the work, trying to get the kills, trying to take him down. Let me force to run away. Uzi's running low on mana as he continues to chase forward. Can't shoot those ultimates down. A defensive punch for Xiaohu. The second of the fight, but now Ming is the target.
And like, look here, Soaz is actually in the base lane. He's taking down a turret.
Soaz is playing the global taunt game, trying to play the map. Look at Reckless. He rocket jumps to safety. Not going to get enough any more damage onto RNG. MLXG playing around the side lanes. Nethergrass comes down. QSS buys some time. He is the target. He gets 2 shot. I think Reckless might rocket jump forward for this. It feels like he wants flash as well. 1, 2, 3. The audience is silenced as Reckless shuts down Uzi.
The mid inhib is open right now. There are more minions coming in the bottom lane as well for Reckless and Caps.
FNATIC said they wanted to silence Guangzhou. FNATIC said they wanted to challenge the favorites, and right now they're on the verge of taking down the base.
Uzi down for 42 seconds, 15 more seconds on this Baron buff, 4v5. FNATIC can get at least 2 inhibitors, maybe even the game if they get some kills.
Let's see what FNATIC can do. Inhibitor's going to fall. Soaz is gnawed out for now. No flash for the engage. 28 seconds, as you mentioned, for Uzi. The satchel charge on the tower. That's being hammered away from. The Gnaw catches Let Me enter the tower. Nethergrass is up for Caps if he decides to lock a target down. And he does. Interrupted by the Cataclysm combo. All of a sudden, Caps is down. Hero's entrance buys some time. GA gets popped. Reckless turns it around. 8 seconds for Uzi.
That's the big one here. FNATIC will just have to take another inhib and then step away from the base. Because if Uzi is allowed to sit there and just keep auto-attacking, if no one actually kites him, he will deal enough damage to win. They're going for Soaz.
All right, where's the rest of the FNATIC squad? The hop will keep Soaz alive a few seconds longer. Not long enough, though.
Inhib 3 coming up for FNATIC.
All right, this one should fall. It's a 5v4 at best. Righteous Glory is used. And remember those double teleports on the side of RNG. If there's a couple wards behind, but there's not, so they can't continue chasing. And picking up that red buff. Now coming to join Caps, splitting RNG. Cataclysm comes down into Broxer. He uses that Arctic Assault to get over the wall.
Yeah, that's very good for FNATIC because it's very easy for Broxer to get out of that engage. MLXG right there, frustrated, and just goes straight for the first target in front of him. Uzi with the Frozen Mallet now. Let's see if he can actually stick to targets.
All right, you can see that gold grab there, of course, as MLXG goes in for the engage captain.
That's a big one!
Hero's entrance as well, but as he ends up locking Xiaohu in his own pit. Broxer forced to flash defensively. Here comes Soaz. He's teleporting. He is Mega Gnar as well. Got the option to stun, to lock down targets. Fight 2. Uzi's locked up against the wall. Yet again, nobody dies. Why do these people not die? Uzi trying to chase. No boots, though. Only that Frozen Mallet. Inhibitor is the focus. Reckless with rapid fire. Takes that one down. The Inhibitor on the bottom lane is being focused by minions, and FNATIC are peeling through the base.
Once again, FNATIC walk away from Uzi before they die, and they're able to now get 2 inhibs down. Third one is very low in the bottom lane.
There's not a lot of ultimates available for FNATIC. They've got two. Teleport coming into the river. Xiaohu gets interrupted instantly as the Duran taunt only catches Broxah. Soaz is going to get dropped. No, he survives!
FNATIC lost so many flashes though.
RNG can't get out of their base. They really want to get that third inhibitor down if you're FNATIC though.
All right, where's the damage onto Caps? He's caught by the winds of war. Justice Punch is available, not yet used. Xiaohu turns it around, interrupted by the Nethergraph, then forced to get out, manages to survive a few seconds longer. Reckless and Soaz coming in from the flanks. RNG have to do the unthinkable. They have one tower left. They have to defend their base.
But for now, it's in full control of FNATIC with all the super minions.
Caps is really low.
Available for Soaz as well. Reckless uses that Buster Shot to escape. Uzi's already chunked down very low. Super's pouring into the base. The Cataclysm comes down. MLXG's GA is popped. Here comes the Hero's Outhouse. That's going to be bad for FNATIC. Have RNG done it? Soaz running for his life. Brox is left inside the base. The Supers are pouring through. Caps still alive a few seconds longer. The burn takes down Let Me, but a Justice Punch to the face means Caps follows shot thereafter. Soaz is looking in the back end. Caught by the top binding. Guangzhou goes mad as Soaz is going to get popped on the GA. The super minions are fighting RNG's normal minions, and it's not done yet. FNATIC failed the offense.
But with all the super minions here, RNG still have to defend. And the fight was so long that Reckless now is sitting with 35 seconds on his respawn timer. 1 minute on source, but there's no minion waves for RNG to grab, and they still have to keep this tower alive.
One more time. And let's see if they can close it out. The inhibitors will be respawned. You can see the animation on your screen. FNATIC still in a gold deficit, trying to get the first win of the series.
But this Nexus turret is so low from the last fight. A lot of damage on Uzi.
Uzi's get chunked down by that Malefic Vision so much. The tower's starting to fall. Reckless gets it down. FNATIC, will they try focus the Nexus? It seems to be the option. Reckless gets one shot as MLXG zones in, dashes out. There's the Nethergraph from Xiaohu as Uzi continues to fire away. Great taunt. Xiaohu gets knocked back by the Buster Shot down the Gnar. Gets sent flying 2 screens away. Broxah re-engages as the super minions continue to fight down. Buster Shot, I take back, is still available for Reckless. He was only the Gnar. Now Uzi trying to wave clear.
Oh, Xiaohu's
going low. The bomb's not going to kill him though. He survives. He continues to fight. He continues to re-engage. 5 members of FNATIC taking on 5 members of Royal.
They just cycled the inhibitors. FNATIC just need to continue to disengage, and eventually they will win.
Let's find out.
No flash!
Caps is going to get taken down in just a moment. Soaz is going to Gnar out. He's got no ultimate available for him though. And the top inhibitor has died once again. Uzi clearing out the wave. Soaz tries to get a few autos onto the inhib. Reckless Jez as Soaz not done yet. Continuing to push forward. Rapid fire after rapid fire. Reckless is trying to find the damage opportunities, but there is too much of a front line.
It's only 4 members here for FNATIC. They gotta be careful.
Flash! Lock binding gets caught out in the Soaz. He's forced to flash away. Xiaohu's now in the back end. Broxah is trying to stop the members of RNG. Glacial Prison connects, and that slows down, dissuades, stops RNG's further push. Remember, the tower fell. There is only a Nexus remaining. RNG can't leave their base.
Yep, FNATIC's also going to cycle the third inhibitor once again. As soon as they see Uzi clearing super minions, they should walk forward to get that inhibitor. Instead, they're going to go for Baron, but that third inhibitor will be trivial for them to take. A Baron steal, for instance, Black Shield, MLXG, EQ, got 4 wards inside. No control wards for FNATIC. Their inventories are full.
Oh, they couldn't knock him away, and Caps is not here. He's running away.
Do it again! They get yet another one. All right, the taunt doesn't find a target, and FNATIC are starting to split up. Super minions making their way into the base. This series alone is giving you a quad chance for legendary skins.
We always have to remember the potential backdoor sources on the top side, but they got the fast recalls now on the side of RNG.
I love the Essence Reaver from Reckless. 100% crit, more time on rapid.
Oh, that's it!
They've got him! MLXG is down. All of a sudden, it's a 5v4. This is the 9th inhibitor of the game. That's been killed. All of a sudden, the Nexus is the focus. Soaz has got the GA available.
Hit the
He's
Nexus.
got backup. FNATIC are making their way in. FNATIC are fighting. Royal never give up. The GA is popped. All of a sudden, Caps is
Oh, but Soaz is back.
down. Soaz is respawned, but he's not going to get the
Get in there, get in there.
The Nexus is not dead yet. And FNATIC do it. Are you not entertained? FNATIC win game 1.
Galio and Talia have been 2 picks we can use now.
Right, we'll see what FNATIC can do with it. They've got a severe lack of magic damage. There's not enough distance from Broxah to close. All right, Soaz going to get caught out by that Shadow Dash taunt. Teleport being channeled by Caps. Insta-flash from Soaz. The burn's not enough to kill. Now, is there enough to turn this around? Idol of Durand, rather Shield of Durand, locks down 2 members of RNG. The interrupt. First blood's available. Picked up by Broxah. Flash from MLXG. He's going to survive. Broxah doesn't go for the tower dive.
They're going for the 5-man dive this early on.
Oh, this is so scary. Uzi's going very low. Ambush is going to buy some time. Teleport has been completed by Soaz. Meganar's going to time out. Flashes away from Ming and from Uzi. Jesus is tanking up the tower. That's the first kill. Another to Broxah, second of the game. Ming's running close. There's no plant. There's no flash. Broxah hops over the wall. Kill will be secured here, and it looks like it's going to be donated to Soaz.
By scattering, they give 2 kills to FNATIC, and a lot of that is from the patience of FNATIC that Deficio mentioned. RNG was expecting a much more ambitious dive.
Let's also remember now that TP is gone from Xiaohu's side. He's in the mid lane though. Caps, what are you doing?
Oh, Caps gets shut down for some reason.
Why would you not just recall?
Major pathing mistake on the side of Caps. Uzi and Ming have backed away. We're looking at FNATIC vision for now. There's Uzi starting to move forward after the ambush. A flash engage from MLXG puts the Cataclysm down. He gets stunned up, caught by the taunt. Cosmic Radiance is going to buy so much time. Broxah gets a stun onto Uzi. He uses the cleanse to escape.
Massive miscommunication on RNG's side. Let me walk back into the lane. Was standing in front of a Meganar, so he could not ult down on MLXG. He thought he had the ulti on him. No chance, because let me again walk back in lane. He's coming now.
Here comes the package with Jhin!
All right, that's a defensive flash from Reckless. The taunt comes down. Hero's Empress does nothing to save FNATIC. RNG get their first kills of the fight, and it's a double. They turn the next ones around. That's another for Uzi. Soaz has joined after completing his teleport on the tower. Xiaohu gets taken down. Caps and Soaz trying to turn this around. Uzi's running into FNATIC territory as flashes are used to escape.
Oh, he got him!
Meringue tags onto Ming. He's already used the flash. Soaz will be able to gnaw out and look to crunch down. The Soaz has already used his flash, though, and the tower still stands. Ming's going to keep trying to heal up with those star calls, and Soaz playing very far forward. Black Cleaver's completed, but he's got nothing further to follow up.
A lot of magic resist stacking by Caps. Going for lock and second on maybe an engage here.
Oh, he messed it up.
What a mistake from Soaz. You can tell he does not get Heraldina a lot. He ends up being interrupted by that Equinox.
That's a big misstep because the mid turret is so much about breaking the map open.
Re-sieging the mid lane. He's going to be a little bit tired after gnawing out and going back down to mini gnaw form. Good stun onto Uzi on the back end. I think he managed to sidestep it. In fact, Cataclysm locks up MLXG. Stand United completes the Cosmic Taunt. Buys a lot of time. That's a great Durant taunt. First kill of the fight for FNATIC, and the tower remains alive. RNG are peeling away in a 5v4.
Out here, they're going for it. That ward in the back, as well as the flag. No, they're in there. Do they go for it?
Let's find out. 5,000 hit points. Teleports coming down from Soaz as well as Xiaohu. Let me step in the front line. Cosmic Radiance will buy some time. Picked up by FNATIC, and it's a flag and drag out for MLXG. Uzi looking to open up, hasn't fired that yet. Chain of Corruption buys some time. Hero's Empress will save Broxah's life ever so slightly. Uzi still looking for a kill. Legends never die until Cap is going down. He's going to get shut down, but securing the Baron, FNATIC have got some more options.
But where does the Elder Drake go? Caps down for 56 seconds and no minion waves in position. Also delaying the recall of Soaz, even if it is Baron empowered with no teleport up on him.
We like him already, baby.
They're there. They're 38 minutes and they have full builds on both of their marksmen. Can they actually get the fight? Because if they get picked off, we're going to game 5.
All right, Ming is going to flash away to safety. Glacial Prison buys some time as Letme's the man that gets targeted. FNATIC need to win this game to stay alive. If they don't pull a rabbit out of the hat, they will be eliminated from Worlds 2017. Xiaohu continues to chase forward as the Chain of Corruption dissuades any further chase. Soaz continues to go low, gets to gnaw out, and MLXG gets stunned against the wall.
Big ult in.
Will buy a lot of time. Cataclysm locks all of FNATIC into the pit. Nobody has died again. Uzi is once again the target as Cap uses the ultimate to escape. A flash forward from Uzi. He gets one. Broxah's poison. That's a double. Attention. Cap will be next. It's a double kill for Uzi. Cap will be run down, shot down, and killed. RNG 5-4.
RNG been waiting and waiting all game long for this one team fight. They got full items on their carries and they run straight at FNATIC.
That might be all it takes. If they keep this minion wave alive, they will be able to end the game during these death timers.
Nothing FNATIC can do. Jesus stands down the barrel of 5 members of Royal Never Give Up. They are tearing down the Nexus turrets, and the last FNATIC member falls. Guangzhou is on their feet. Legends never die. When Guangzhou's calling out your name, RNG advance to the semi-finals.
Thanks again, guys. I have Soaz here to talk a couple of words to. First up, I want to ask you, what do you think it came down to today specifically?
Probably like decisiveness. I don't know if it's an English word actually, but yeah, decisiveness. Yeah, I felt like most of the games we had the lead actually, but we didn't really know how to snowball it because they are not really contesting anything, and I think there's like a clear, like, we had some good things, but then we just misstep or misdo something once, and then we just lost like 2 games when we had like big leads. So yeah, we are just not decisive enough in terms of what to do and not to do it sometimes in the games, even though we had like most of the time leads. Yeah.
Do you think that has, or you can think about that a bit more clearly just because you do have a couple of rookies on the team and that this is the first year that you guys are coming to Worlds together? Do you think that makes it easier to kind of swallow?
I don't think so. I think there's a lot of it that it will be like reckless decision me that could have noticed. Like for example, the Vayne game, like I think we could have win it 100% if we are just actually sieging. We were saying in the game that we couldn't like siege, but we are so far ahead that I think we could have. So yeah, there's like the bound thing. This is the same game. Like I think the Vayne game was the most winnable one. We are just like thinking wrong about how to approach the game, I think. But besides that, I think in every single game there's just a mistake of everyone, you know. So I don't think it's like it was necessarily someone in particular in today's games. There's just team mistakes overall here and there, and then just like we just threw the game at some point in every single game. Yeah.
Yeah, it's obviously hard to think about that in the day itself, but when you take a look back at the year as a whole and where you guys came from, the kind of falling down at Rift Rivals and then still coming here, making it out of groups, making it to quarters, that third game even, it's been crazy. How do you look back on all of that?
Well, before going to Worlds, we obviously expected to like get off planes and all this kind of stuff. Getting out of groups was really difficult. I think we had a fine group, in my opinion. I think we could have, like, or first we could have been a lot better. It's best of 1, so anything can happen. But I think if we had the right mentality and coming out of for these best of 1s, we could have probably like take more wins and like don't need luck and Longs are winning all their games to like make it out. So today was more of like eventually showing that we are like an actual Go team and we didn't get there because of luck. Most of our games were really close against RNG. I think it could have go either way. So I'm sad because we it was so close, like most of our games, and we had leads. So it was really apparent to us that we could win all these games. So this was the sad part. But in the same time, we made every single game like pretty big mistakes of like just throwing. So yeah.
I thought you were going to end with that you're still glad you were able to show something, because you did in the end.
Not sure.
All right. Well, thank you in any case for the interview and for making a great run at Worlds with FNATIC. Thank you very much, Soaz. Back over to you guys.
Let's take it away.
Thank you very much, guys. As the crowd erupts, I'm here with Ming after that fantastic victory, only dropping 1 game in the series. Ming, did you ever feel like the series was in danger after you guys lost that third game?
你们刚刚在输掉第3局比赛之后，有没有觉得说可能会输掉这个 BO5 呢？
我觉得我们输到第3把的时候，应该是心情有点低落吧。但是我们后面开始比赛的时候，把心情调起来了。然后，而且我们觉得我们第4把阵容的话，打到后期的话是能赢他们的。
After losing the third game, we were a little bit disappointed, but we were able to adjust our mentality and then come back into the 4th game. We knew that we had a better team comp in the late game, so we were able to win the game.
Well, an important factor in those team comps was Soraka, the first time we see it here at Worlds. Why do you think it was a good pick in the games you played today?
你今天多次选出了就是奶妈这个英雄，那为什么一直在选索拉卡这个英雄呢？是有什么特别的原因吗？
我觉得 因为前面2把是因为奶妈可以打风女，然后第4把的话是因为觉得奶妈比其他辅助英雄群出来会好一点，因为我可以远处给那个飞机大招，然后他单带的话会很无敌那种。
So for the first 2 games when I chose Soraka, it's because that Soraka is kind of a counter to Janna. And the 4th game, it was the best support out there because when we had a Corki, and it was easy for me to just use my ult and then help our Corki split push.
And you had a great game as well. Together with Uzi in the bottom lane, you guys have been crushing it, and now you're going up against Bang and Wolf. What can you tell me about that matchup?
所以你跟小狗在下路的话配合都很好嘛，然后这局打得很出彩。那你们接下来将要迎战的对手是 Bang 跟 Wolf， 你有什么想法吗？
我还是保持好发挥吧。然后打上他们的话，他们下路也很强嘛，因为我看他们比赛看的也比较多，然后也很稳。然后我们下路老总跟他们打的话，我觉得下路我们2个打好的话，应该也是能赢他们的。2个打好能赢他们。
So I think that Bang and Wolf are very strong opponents, and we need to keep on performing consistently. Even though they're very strong, if we perform very consistently, I think we still have a really good chance of winning against them.
All right, fantastic. Thank you very much, Ming. Thank you, Lexi, as well. Through all the crowd noises, back over to you guys. Thank you very much. We're also able to talk to Xiaohu. And Xiaohu, when we looked at the player camps throughout the day, maybe not that game 3, but for the rest, you guys were always smiling and seemed quite happy to play. Were you very confident in that you could bring the victory home today?
所以一开始在看到你们的所有的选手摄像头的时候，看你们一直全程都在笑，每场比赛都在笑。那你们对于今天能够取得这场 BO5 的胜利有多大的信心呢？
其实我们对这场 BO5 胜利是很有信心的。我觉得我们只要发挥没问题，就完全可以赢下来的。所以大家都是比较放松的心态吧。
We were pretty confident in going to these best of 5 series. We know that if we performed very consistently and we didn't really make a lot of mistakes, we were able to bring the victory home.
But preparing will also be very important for next week, that huge clash of RNG versus SKT, and you personally versus Faker. What are your thoughts going into that matchup versus someone who carried really hard yesterday?
所以你们接下来的话将要对战 SKT， 然后你个人的话呢会将要跟 Faker 去对线，然后对于昨天的比赛当中的话 ，Faker 是强力的 carry 了嘛？那你对这有什么感想或者什么感言想说吗？
我觉得他 carry 是很正常的吧，因为他的名字叫做 Faker。但是等下周到上海跟他的对战之中，我也不会落下风的。
I think it's very normal for Faker to carry just because he is Faker. But next week in Shanghai, I don't think laning against him, I'll be at a disadvantage at all.
All right, and what you always have is that 6-man. The crowd here has been incredibly loud. They'll be even louder in Shanghai. What's it been like taking the energy from that crowd to perform on the Rift?
所以我们所有主场队伍的话，都好像说每支队伍上都有第6名成员一样。我们的观众这边非常的热情，在给你们加油鼓励啊。那你觉得对于你们来讲的话，有多大的信心是能助长多大的信心呢？
我觉得这么多观众跟我们加油助威，我觉得在所有的属性中都可以提升个50%吧。
With all the crowd cheering for us, I think it's at least like a 50% buff for us.
Yeah, definitely as well. Thank you very much, Xiaohu. Thank you, Lexi. Back over to you guys.